welcome in to our next leg in our race around the world here at the Pitstop Pals, part of the Reality Realm Network. My name is Kevin Oliver.
And my name is Brett Parnell. No, it's
No,
not.
your name is Brucey.
My name is Bruce Heller.
His name is Bruce is loose.
Yes. I have a good friend. Me and Kevin were just saying, I have a good friend that texts me that just random times, and I don't know why or what his reasoning is. So
I mean, to be fair,
he probably
considering
doesn't have a rhyme or reason.
the person we're talking about, I don't know that he has a reason for anything he does.
Yeah, which makes it funnier.
Right.
But we have a finale to cover.
We do. The finale of season 29. We kind of jetpacked through season 29 because we didn't plan very well and are running out of time before the new season.
Is anybody in our audience surprised by us not planning that well?
Well, I think it was because of our 6 week hiatus that screwed everything up.
Yeah, well, summer's my busy time of year and probably yours also. So
Probably.
show just kind of fell through the cracks a little bit. I mean, I don't know your year-round schedule. I assume summer's your busiest time of year, but we're back. We're finishing. We're finished
Yeah, it
on
is.
time before the new season starts.
So, getting in. What?
Oh, are we on a delay?
I think so.
Oh crap. This ought to be interesting.
What?
Just
Yeah.
doing this episode on a delay. This that always makes it interesting.
Oh, for sure. Do you have any quotes, Bruce?
I have, let me pull it up on my phone. I have one because I forgot to write down quotes. I was just engrossed in the excitement of finale
Well,
night, and
to,
there were
to
some
be
really cool
fair,
challenges.
this was not a super quotable episode.
I take that back. I have two. There's another one I referenced later, but didn't. I put all my quotes at the top of my note sheet. I have, yeah, I CrossFit
Like
with
I
a
said, this
hundred
wasn't a
pounds on my
super
back.
quotable episode.
I have, I can CrossFit with 100 pounds on my back, which just stuck out to me because there's not many in this episode. And I'll get to why specifically this made me laugh. But Joey saying "Go Red Sox" to the people on the Wrigley rooftops, I wrote that down. And it's because when we first went to the Wrigley rooftops, I wrote down I would yell "Go Cardinals" at all of these people. And then Joey did the thing and antagonized all the Cubs fans. So,
And if he didn't have to leave when he did, they might have like hung him by his socks or something.
I mean, you don't have to hang him. You're already on a giant rooftop. Just push him off.
That's fair.
Wow, that got dark. I'm not advocating for pushing someone off of the Wrigley rooftops or any
Not
rooftop.
what I heard. That's not what I heard. You heard it here first, folks. Bruce wants uh to push Joey from Amazing Race 29 off a rooftop at Wrigleyville or
It's like an
at
apartment
Wrigley
building
Field.
across the street. A few of them have those seats. It's called the Wrigley rooftops, even though it's not Wrigley Field's rooftop. The naming is
Right.
weird. I saw them when I went there, though.
Yeah.
So,
For me, quote wise, I got grab your nuts, go fast.
nice.
Got talking to Brooke when she was changing the tire. I have might be 9 when we get there because I might eat one. Logan talking about eating one of the hot dogs that they had to deliver. I also have Go Red Sox, but right before Go Red Sox, I have Who Wants Wieners.
We're 12.
Joey asked everybody who wants wieners. And this episode 12 of season 29, was entitled "We're Going to Victory Lane." Do you know who said that, Bruce?
Brooke and Scott.
Actually, it was the driving instructor.
Oh, darn. My guess made sense.
Yeah. Anyway, we start this leg of the race with kind of a recap of the race that these three teams have had so far. And so, first, they talk about Brooke and Scott and how Scott has overcome heights, his fear of heights, and how Brooke has overcome everything else because she's constantly freaking out about something. Um, and how they are the unlikely duo to reach this point in the race. With Tara and Joey, whose teamwork is on point and their motivation is totally about their families. And then we have Lolo, who is just full of super positive energy all the time.
I love them. They're great.
Yes. As the leg starts, we find out that we'll be flying to Chicago, Illinois, premium class, and they will need their rest because it is going to be a brutal leg.
Yes. It and it honestly didn't seem that hard to me. He said you'll need your rest. This is going to be a brutal leg. And I don't feel like the leg was that hard or that brutal.
I would agree.
Like,
Um,
considering some of the challenges we've seen in our recent rewatches, when we had the wood carrying thing and the haystack thing, that none of these all felt like easy challenges, honestly.
right.
The NASCAR one being timed would take me a little while. You're doing the tire, by the way. I get to do the driving.
Oh,
I called it first. A, the driving part looks fun, and B, I feel like it would take me 2 years to do the tire in 40 seconds. So,
I could probably get that. You're right.
although the air gun also looks fun to use, that whole challenge is just awesome.
I'm fine doing the tire. I would have preferred the drive, but I'm
Same.
fine with the tire.
Honestly, I don't know if the CBS Amazing Race insurance company would want me to do the driving.
So maybe I will do the driving.
Either way, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That definitely looks more fun than the one inside Wrigley Field.
Speaking of, it is time to proceed to Chicagoland Speedway. Um, Something I never knew was a thing here. Scott and Brooke talk about how they gate checked their bags. So they were going to be running this final leg with just their fanny packs. And I didn't know that was something they could do, but I think that's really smart strategy.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, once they get to Chicagoland Speedway, first task of the day is start your engines. Do you want to explain?
Yeah. Sorry, I had accidentally pulled up another note. Let me find it. So, while one team gets behind the wheel, the other will be in the pits and has to change a tire on this NASCAR in less than 40 seconds. And then once that changed, the other team member has to complete a lap around the speedway in under 48 seconds.
Yeah, and so our
48 is such
drivers,
a random number. How did they come to that?
I would say it's some kind of, I would say they're probably taking like the professional average and then adding a few seconds onto it.
Probably.
But I also feel like with these kind of things, I feel like it's kind of like Survivor too. So like they test this over and over, and what's that sweet spot, and what's just difficult enough but still achievable, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So that's my best guess. The
Me too.
drivers were Scott, Tara, and Logan, which makes the pit members Brooke, Joey, and London. And Brooke starts off struggling here. It took her four tries to get it, and most of that came from the fact that she couldn't get the tire off because she was trying to take the tire off successfully. You just need to pull straight out. If you go at an angle, you're going to get it stuck, wedged in,
Yeah.
and she was struggling to do that. Um, and then you got the opposite of the spectrum here, Mr. Joey. He got it on his first try.
He did. Good for him.
And Scott and Tara are both running behind the wheel, and they both start out way too slow. Scott, his first attempt was 10 seconds over, and his second one was 1 second over. Tara's first attempt was like 14 seconds over, or no, maybe it was 16 seconds over, and her second attempt was 1 second over. They both got it on their third attempt. London got the tire on her fourth attempt, and Logan was only 2 seconds slow on his first attempt and got it on his second attempt on a race course. And once you finished, they took you to victory lane and they
Yeah.
shot confetti, and you got to open a bottle of champagne,
Yeah.
and it was a whole pretty cool thing. And then you get your clue, and it says to go to the Monroe Street Station, which is one of the few uh, underground stops on the L, and find the worker who will give you your next clue.
Yes.
And Scott and Brooke walked around forever before they realized that the worker had the Amazing Race stripes on his helmet, and that's how he was designated. The others
Yeah.
caught it a lot quicker. But once you get that clue, you get riddle me this. Do you want to explain riddle me this?
Yes. So I remember it. I remember writing it down. Oh, is this where we're solving the riddles that send us around town and get the postcards?
Hence being called riddle me this. Yes.
Okay, well, they fell out of order because I had the hot dog place next for some reason.
Oh yeah, that did not happen.
Yeah, so I don't know why this is. Okay, my notes are messed up. My mind is also messed up, but oh well. So you solve three riddles that represent different locations in downtown Chicago, and you get a postcard from each one. And you put the postcards together, and the picture they form is the next place you go to.
And the word is like the name of the place is also on the postcards when you put it
Yeah,
in.
I forgot about that.
But the three places were the Chicago Water Tower, Wabash Avenue Bridge, and the Buckingham Fountain.
Which is different from Buckingham Palace.
Yes, very different.
One's in England and one's in Chicago.
Nothing gets by you, Bruce.
Sorry, me saying England. There's a scene and this is a show you haven't seen, but I might have sent you the scene in Parks and Rec where they go to England and Ron Swanson is standing in front of Buckingham Palace and goes, "History started on July 4th, 1776. Everything before that was a mistake." So when I said Buckingham Palace, it made me think of that Ron Swanson scene, and he's one of my favorite TV characters ever. So
That's fair. I've never seen it, but
I've
I've seen some
sent you some
clips.
Ron Swanson scenes though. Like you get how funny he is.
He's funny.
But yeah, so this is our challenge that we're doing right now.
So
And
when they get the postcards, they find out that they have to go to uh City Hall rooftop where they'll find a beekeeper who will give them their next clue.
I think someone went to a wrong location looking for a postcard, didn't they? Someone went to like a temple or something.
Joey and Tara went to the Chicago Temple instead of the Chicago Water Tower.
Yeah. Nope.
And we
Nope.
also see here Brooke is freaking out because she feels like she's letting Scott down. And it was about this time where Scott tried to get Brooke to hop on his back. And
Yeah,
he was like, just try it for a block. It's not gonna slow us down. She's like, I don't want to feel like an invalid. So
I
she
do.
wouldn't do it.
I love in the like intro where Mr. Phil is recapping everything. He's like, Scott overcame his fear of heights. Brooke overcame. Then it just shows her being Brooke and freaking out every episode. And he goes,
Yeah.
everything.
Everything. Yeah, I mentioned that at the beginning.
Oh, did you? Brooke,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think it just clicked with me until then that Brooke basically has a freak out every episode.
Make it be on the record that Bruce does not listen to me, even when we're podcasting.
About 75, 80% of the time I do. With
Um,
acting grade.
but once you get the beekeeper clue, it says that we travel by taxi to Wrigleyville Dogs, where they find out about the next challenge. Get your hot dogs.
Yes, and this is where they take a box of hot dogs to one of the Wrigley rooftops, which is these apartment because Wrigley Field is not like most baseball stadiums. It's in the middle of a residential neighborhood, so it's surrounded by these buildings that people live in. So these buildings have seating on top of them. And so they take it to one of those seating sections and give hot dogs to the people who then give them their next clue to go into the stadium.
Well, actually, it was Amazing Race winners, Ernie and Cindy, who gave them tickets to go into the stadium.
Oh, that's right. Did he said that, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't recognize them till he said it because I haven't seen them before. So
right.
that's why it didn't make it into my notes. I forgot to write it down when he said it.
Hmm. Uh, and you're supposed to make your way to the marquee entrance. And that's where you'll get your next clue. Um, it was about at this point that Lolo had to go find a different cab to get to Wrigleyville Dogs because their driver didn't know where Wrigleyville Dogs was and they didn't have a address.
Yeah, gotta love a cab driver that doesn't know where things are in the city he drives in.
Okay, and that now because you said that, I have to tell you a story about my time in Chicago.
Oh boy.
Um,
Driving around for an hour looking for a parking lot and the answer was Wendy's.
no, but that's a better story than the one I'm about to tell.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if the pods heard that story though.
I don't know. It makes me laugh every time though. It's so
With
dumb.
Pod, when we went to Bryce and Win Presents for the first time, we were trying to find a parking lot because Barcosino West Town, while it's a great location for the party, is very lacking in anywhere close to park for
And,
free
and it's November, so it was dark.
and cold.
I was stressing out because I couldn't find somewhere. We drove around for like an hour.
We almost
The
died
answer
at
was
one point.
Wendy's parking lot.
We almost died at one point.
No,
Yeah, we did.
maybe you did.
No, we did.
Hmm.
You pulled out.
Yeah, but I vaguely remember this, but if we got hit, it would have been your side of the car.
If we got hit, we could have both died.
But we also could have both lived, so I'm not going to say almost died because I was driving and that makes me look bad.
Anyway, yes, the answer was Wendy's. Now we just go to Wendy's first.
Yeah, so what was your story?
Okay. I was in Chicago with the Boy Scouts, and our hotel was the Holiday Inn Express on Harrison. And we had been to Shed's Aquarium, and we called a cab, and he gets there, and we told him where we wanted to go to the Holiday Inn Express on Harrison. And we argued with this guy for 15 minutes because he tried to tell us there was no Holiday Inn Express on Harrison. It's like, well, where the hell did I sleep last night then?
Yeah, that's
Same thing.
wow.
Yeah. We eventually got there, but
Yeah.
it was wild. Um, and then we find out about our final challenge called Who's Been Keeping Score? Do you want to explain who's been keeping score for us?
Yes. So, where'd it go?
I
Yes,
don't know.
opposite sides of the stadium. One's like in the broadcast booth up behind home plate. The other is like out on the outfield inside the hand turned scoreboard. Use Teams must communicate via one ended radio. So like only one communication's only going one way.
Yeah, one-way radio.
And use that scoreboard to put up their placements for different cities in the race. The catch is these cities are not listed in the order they finished them in. They're ordered alphabetically.
Yes. And once they finish that, they go down and get a clue from the umpire that tells them where to get their next and final clue. But the three that were on the radio were the girls, Brooke, Tara, and London, while the scoreboard was Scott, Joey, and Logan. Um, I just said Brooke better be right because she was really questioning whether she was right or not. But
Yeah.
all of them got it all on their first try. Nobody got a wrong number.
The one that made me laugh was London because she kept like trying to test it, saying test, 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 expecting him to speak back to her,
Yeah,
asking him if she could hear him, and then didn't realize for a second that the cities were listed alphabetically. And I was convinced that they were going to get it wrong on the first try because she just was not with it at first.
and she thought that Logan could see
Oh,
the
yeah.
cities because she goes, put four by Seoul. And he's like, where's Seoul? And
And he
that
can't
was
tell her that he doesn't know where. Oh, I was cracking up, but was also convinced that they were going to get it wrong like twice.
right.
So they pulled it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once they got all of that filled in, then they got this clue from the ump, and it had an equation for them to solve. And once they solved the equation, they would get the number for the section of seats in which their final clue that would tell them where the pit stop is located. Um, and Scott and Brooke were the first ones to finish. You can get up to 504, their aisle or their section, where they found their clue, which told them to go to the finish line at Milton Lee Olive Park.
Yeah.
Um, and then Joey and Tara finished theirs, and theirs was in 534. I have no idea. It didn't show Logan and London actually finishing theirs, so I don't know what their number was. But anyway, all of that to say, that's that's the order that we were in all day long, and that's the order we will finish in. As Scott and Brooke arrive first to Milton Lee Olive Park and win after 9 countries, 17 cities, over 36,000 miles. The unlikely winners of season 29 of The Amazing Race are Scott and Brooke.
Yep. Did they win a
Yep.
single leg other than the last one?
They won last week.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. That's right. We stayed in the same order.
Yes, we stayed in the same order. No, we did not.
Yeah, we. Oh, no, you're right. Tara and Joey passed London and Logan.
Correct.
We were in the same order for the whole episode, though, basically. They passed them pretty early on.
Yes. I think I honestly I think once they got to Chicago. I mean, it was an even playing field,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, there was no. I mean, they all just left at the same point, and from then on, Lolo was in last.
Looking at Wikipedia right now that has all the team placements, Brooke and Scott from first leg to last went fourth, sixth, seventh, sixth, fifth, fourth. And this is leg eight's where they start getting good. It's third, fourth, second, first, first. But like
Yeah,
the first half of their race was fourth, fifth, or sixth.
very mid.
But around leg seven, leg eight, they start finishing top four every time. And then the
Yeah,
last three legs were second, first, first. So they turned it around.
they did. Unlikely heroes.
Yeah,
Um, so what'd you think of the season as a whole?
it was a lot of fun. I love the strangers concept. I want to see that again sometime. And we got some really fun personalities, really fun pairings out of this. We
See,
also got Shamir and Redmond out of it, but no season's perfect.
I don't know that they would ever do this again.
But they should. It was so fun.
It was,
And this is
but
like regarded as a like amongst fans from what I can tell was like a favorite season. So,
that's debatable, I think.
someone told me that a lot of people like it. I forget who. Someone that knows more about this show than me. But I don't know. I'm not convinced they would or wouldn't do it again, but I want them to.
I think that the way CBS does casting now is way too story driven to put strangers together.
But we got stories this season
We
still.
did, we did, but not the same kind of stories that you're gonna get uh, from
Yeah.
anybody that we've seen in recent.
Well, we have a season coming up where casting is all people from one show. So, we'll see how that goes.
Also, another CBS show, though.
Still, it's a weird choice.
It is.
I think
I
it'll be a fun season. There's some people I recognize that have been on shows out like Natalie Nagrati. She was on the challenge, so I know her.
She
But
was. Oh, on Flagship.
yeah,
Oh, okay, because I don't know her. She's one of the few I don't know.
one of the few I do.
I know most of the cast. So, Bruce, did you do your homework that I told you about like an hour ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, she was on Vendetta's Final Reckoning and the first War of the Worlds and made it to the final and Final Reckoning. She was paired with Polly that season. I remember that.
Hmm.
Paul.
Poly California.
Yeah, he's kind of unbearable his first couple challenge seasons, but he's more likable his recent seasons.
Fair enough.
I
Okay.
watch him and his brother do the race together though.
Yeah, when we did the draft of reality stars that we wanted to see on The Amazing Race, I picked the California brothers to
Do they
race
actually
together.
pronounce it that way, or is that how you do it?
That's how I do it.
Okay.
It's Califiore, I think,
Yeah,
but I just call them Cody and Paulie California.
fair enough. Cody seems a lot more chill, and I've only watched him on Traders, and he was a terrible trader, but
He's an awful trader.
he's an entertaining trader.
Yeah,
We got him and Christian that season as traders, and neither one of them were very good. But
I would argue that Christian's better than you think he is, but
he is, but the whole like fake I got recruited for no reason is what sticks out in my mind.
which could have worked for him just as quickly as it did.
There was just no reason to do it. It just puts a target on you for no reason.
He was trying to establish innocence. He was trying to, I think he was trying to build up this trustworthy, honest persona.
Fair enough. And I love Christian. He's great TV. But
Yes.
yeah, so this season,
Okay. Likability. I asked Bruce, and I did it myself, to uh to do likability rankings for each of the 11 teams.
yes,
And so I'm gonna start at 11. Who you got, Bruce?
Shamir and Sarah,
Me too.
which is mostly him. I don't really mind her.
I would agree. Um, they're annoying. He's
Yeah.
annoying. He,
Uh-huh.
uh, he from the harness thing to all of his random bitching, not a fan.
Well, you're gonna be running with him on season 39, so get ready.
I'm not.
Worth a shot.
I think I would rather.
Run with Redmond.
No, I think I would rather clean like the bathrooms in a New York City rest stop with my own toothbrush and then use it.
My gosh.
Then run the race with Shamir or Redmond.
Who would you pick between those two if you had to make a choice?
Redmond.
Yeah, same.
Who you got at 10?
Number 10. This is mostly just because I don't remember them barely very much, and that's Jesse and Francesca. Like, they were fun. They're in this group of they went home early and didn't get much airtime, so I don't have much to go on.
You can probably guess who my number 10 is.
Yeah, but say it.
Matt and Redmond.
Yeah, I thought about putting them here, but the like fake leg puns and like
We're hilarious.
flippy
I love
lines
it.
at their finish lines barely put them up from not being second to last.
Yeah. I just I just couldn't get over the arrogance in Redmond.
Oh yeah, they're third to last for me, whatever the number is. They're next for
Number
me.
they're next for you, number 9.
Yeah, they had enough funny moments to where I didn't want to put them second to last. But that's Matt carrying.
Yeah, I love Matt. And Redmond's funny. He's just way too arrogant and cocky and boastful and makes me want to punch him in the face.
He's your partner.
I know, I'm a dumbass.
Hey, you said it, not me.
I know. My number 9 was Scott
You
and
have
Brooke.
said it about me before, probably.
Yeah, probably. My number 9 is Scott and Brooke.
Okay.
Um, I liked a lot of the people in this cast.
I know it's such a good cast. I think I still like the 25 cast better, but this is
Yeah,
really solid.
Brooke complained a lot, and their constant bickering, I got tired of.
Yeah. Overall, like season and story wise, this is our third rewatch, by the way, of our rewatches. Season 7 might be my favorite, like story wise, but that's because I was already a Rob fan coming in. Cast wise, 25 is my favorite of the three.
That's valid.
It's so good. And it's going to be hard for any rewatch to beat that cast, I think, for me. It's just
Really.
so good. I love like that was a strong cast, top to bottom.
Yeah, for sure.
And somehow the one team that I was meh on all season and didn't really have thoughts on ended up being the team that wins. But
Uh-huh. Number 8, who you got?
uh, number 8. This is Vonk and Ashton, and it's one of those that it's not because of both people. I like him. She complains a lot and she blames him for stuff for some reason.
That's fair.
And I don't, and she's also the reason that I don't know what her name was because you and I have been saying Vonk all season, but I noticed their last few episodes she said Vank, and Mr. Phil says Vank. But you looked it up and it's Vonk. So I don't know. And I blame Ashton for that confusion.
Yeah, I also have Vonk and Ashton here because I'm gonna still call him Vonk. Um, I just like the other teams better than them. I think there's some really funny, quirky moments, like when he pulls out his compass and says we need to turn 137 degrees. Um,
Again, me ranking them low has very little to do with him. He's quirky and
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. And Ashton, she didn't bother me as much as some people like Brooke.
Yeah,
But I didn't like her as well as a lot of the people above her. So that's
yeah.
where I got her.
And I have
So
Brooke and Scott next.
okay.
So like we kind of just had him in the same spots, just kind of flip flopped a little bit. I Brooke annoys me, but not as much as Ashton. So I'm kind of the opposite of you. They're
Mm,
pretty much the same thing in my mind. One's just annoying and complains every week, and the other like has some sort of freak out on the brink of crying every week. So
that's fair. Well, I
I
like
get tired
Vank.
of both of them about
I,
halfway through the season.
I like Vonk more than Scott. So if they're the
Yeah,
same, Vonk and Ashton get my tiebreaker.
and that's
Anyway,
what I do like Vonk more than Scott. That's true. See, one pair I like the girl better, the other pair I like the guy better. So these pairs are basically even. But
mhm.
Vonk saying they need to turn a certain amount of degrees is the funniest moment any of these four people had, though, I think.
Yeah, probably.
It's so good. Really dumb, but really funny. Well, it would have
No,
been dumb if he didn't have the compass with him. The compass
yeah.
was helpful, but like who can just rattle that off their head? We need to turn this many degrees.
Okay. Number seven for me is Seth and Olive.
Yeah, same. They were fun. They were
That
my
you
favorite.
already did your number seven. What do you mean same?
Oh, well, they're next. I lost track of numbers.
I thought you'd have them higher, but
They went home third. I really liked them, but I just don't have much to go off of.
that's fair. They were really strong for two legs, and then because of that, they got stupid U-turned and
Yeah,
didn't work out for them. So they're your number six.
yeah.
My number six is Jesse and Francesca.
Nice.
You
You
have them all the way
remember
back
them
to
a lot better
10.
than I do.
They weren't on very long, but they were really fun.
Yeah.
Like they were just like spunky. It was cool.
I remember when they got paired together thinking that's not going to mesh well. And then they got along really well, and I was wrong.
Yeah.
They still went home second, but
Mhm. Who you got at five?
five. I have Liz and Michael here.
I'm surprised they made it this high for you.
They're very up and down. That when they're winning two in a row and finishing third afterwards, they're fun to watch. When things aren't going well, they're really annoying to watch because they just start arguing and griping at each other.
Well, you were complaining about Mike all season long, so I'm really
But
surprised they
yes,
got your
but
top five.
there was three episodes there: first, third, which were the second, third, and fourth episodes, where he wasn't as bad and they were fun to watch.
Yeah,
But when it's one of those when things are going well, they're really fun. When things are going bad, they're not fun to watch.
fair.
So they're
And they're also my number five.
yeah, they're just
I just like the four teams above them better,
yeah.
which we have the same top four teams, which I did not expect.
And one of which was the first boot, which is
Yes.
hilarious to me, but I fully expected it.
Yes. Who do you got at four?
Number four, I have London and Logan. They're really fun. I really like them.
My number four was Tara and Joey.
Yeah, that's my three.
Um, I thought that like they really surprised me this season, but they were really fun to watch.
Love Tara and Giuseppe. They're fantastic. She calls
My
him
number
Giuseppe.
I know, I think it's hilarious. My number three was long hair don't care.
Nice.
Um, I think they are so funny. And
Yeah.
I wish we would have gotten so much more content from them.
Yeah.
Who do you got at two?
Number two, this is hard. There's
This is wild that it's hard.
it if one team went so much farther, but if the other team had gone even a leg or two shorter than the other team, I would have that team just because I love them so much. So I'm gonna do the crazy thing here, partly for clicks, not that we get clicks, but I'm gonna put Becca and Floyd at two. Just
Whoa.
I was vibing with Kevin and Jen that first episode. I don't care that they went home the first. They were so much fun. They were funny. When they get eliminated, she says, "I don't care that he's a boy. I'm calling him my little sister." This
They
little,
were incredible.
they're so much fun. I want them. I want. And yes, Becca and Floyd were amazing and gave us so much more content. But this is the teams we like most. And if Kevin and Jen had went home like the episode or two episodes before Becca and Floyd, this wouldn't be hard. So I feel like that means I like Kevin and Jen more. The fact that it was even hard, considering how much more content we had from one of them.
That is so funny though. So Becca and Floyd are also my number two, but my number one's Lolo.
Yeah. See, it's wild that I did that, but you haven't disagreed with me on it or said that it was like a bad take, is what's funny.
Dude, I had him top three. I can't
I know,
argue with it.
we missed out on so much by them going home first.
Absolutely.
Dang. That's
I
frustrating.
just really didn't expect you to put them that high.
Especially when my second to last team was because I don't remember them and we only got two episodes.
Yeah.
And then my first place team, we got one episode of.
Yeah, I knew you liked them, but I thought you would expect that from me. I never expected that from you.
I'm unpredictable.
Not most of
Expect
the
the
time, but
unexpected.
that's crazy. All right, that's our
Julie says that
likability.
every week. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, that was our likability ranking. Now we have a power ranking to do of all 11 teams.
Yeah, we do.
Who do you got at 11?
Kevin and Jen. I mean, they went home last.
So I did not put them last,
I was gonna
actually.
mess with you and like just have my power rankings be the finishing order, but I actually did make an actual ranking that is slightly different from finishing order.
Mine is more than slightly different from finishing order.
We'll see.
Um,
I haven't really compared them, but
my 11 is Jesse and Francesca.
fair.
I think that Kevin and Jen were like competitively could have been a better team.
Yeah.
Just the dice didn't roll in their favor. If I remember right, that was a pretty close finish.
I think so.
Who do
It
you have at
wasn't,
10?
yeah. It wasn't them and Jesse and Francesca in that finish, though. It was Liz and Michael that were second to last that first leg.
That's right.
Man,
Who do you have at 10?
Jesse and Francesca.
I figured.
It's just, yeah, these first couple are gonna be that way. So,
And I have Kevin and Jen here.
and like I said, Jesse and Francesca didn't finish second to last the first leg, but they finished third to last. So third to last and then last. Not very good.
Right. Who do you have at 9?
Nine. I have Shamir and Sarah, who in four episodes finished fifth, ninth, seventh, eighth. So they really just weren't super solid in any of those legs. Fifth out of 11 was their best one.
I have Vonk and Ashton here.
Yeah.
I just think the teams above that I rank above them were better, like well-rounded.
Yeah. I have Vonk and Ashton next, The
Okay.
reason I put them above Shamir and Sarah is they have a second and a third place finish under their belt.
Right. So we had the same bottom four, but all in different spots because I have Shamir and Sarah here,
Yeah.
for the same reasons that you said before. What about seven?
Number 7. This is where. Hmm. Oh, sorry. I was looking at Wikipedia. I forgot I have an actual list that I made. This is where Liz and Michael come in. And I know they won 2 legs and I know they were strong, but like I said, they're two different teams. I just never knew each week if I was getting the good version of them that competes and wins or the bad version that finished 10th and out of 11 and 7th on the 6th leg and no. Yeah, finished 7th on the 5th leg and 6th their last 2 legs. If they were only the good team, they'd be way higher, but you just don't know what you're getting each week.
Right. I have Lolo here. They did make the finale, but they also were never very high finishers. They're
Yeah,
just kind of middle of the pack.
yeah, that's
Who do
fair.
you have? Who do you have at six?
I had them for that same reason. They finished third, but they were very middling the whole time. Eighth, eighth, fifth, 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 sixth, fifth, fourth, before they go third, fourth, second, third. So
Yep.
and third
Yep.
sounds good, but that last leg it was third out of 3. So
Right.
they would have gotten eliminated if it was a 2-team finale.
My number six was Brooke and Scott.
Yeah.
The winners, but they were also very middling for most of the season.
Yeah.
Who do you have at five?
I have Seth and Olive, who started off to a great start, and compared to a Brooke and Scott, like they looked better and stronger than I probably ever thought Brooke and Scott did. But they went home third, and that has to count for something. So
Yeah,
that's why they aren't higher.
I also have Seth and Olive here at five. I think they were one of the best teams. That U-turn really screwed them over, and I mean they were definitely top five in like as a team. But
Yeah.
sometimes the race isn't all about your skill, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Who do you have at four?
At number 4, this is where I have Matt and Redmond. No,
Okay.
let me think. Who do I have left? Brooke and Scott. No. Yeah, Brooke and Scott are here. Sorry, I was on the wrong list again. I've been clicking back and forth between things so I can like reference finishing orders and have actual reasons for things this time. But then I forget to go back to the actual power rankings I have on my notes app, so I'm just looking at the Wikipedia list of contestants for a second.
Jeez.
Oh no, Brooke and Scott come in fourth. They win the season. That's why I didn't have them lower, because I mean the winners get credit for winning. But these other 3 teams they're with, or who I said all season were the 3 best teams. So
Yes. I have Mike and Liz here
yeah,
because I think I would still argue that they were the fourth best team of the season. Even though we got the bad part, we also got the really, really good Mike and
yeah.
Liz.
I just never trusted which version we were getting each week, is why I didn't have them higher.
Right.
I'd have them at 4 if it was only the good parts,
Hmm.
but that was like half of their episodes.
Who
So
do you got at three?
Becca and Floyd,
Me too.
and they were in this like top tier of 3 teams, I've said, and they had the lowest finish of those 3. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they only had one win, right?
let's look. That yeah, second, fifth, eighth, second, third, first, second, fifth, first, fifth. So they won twice.
Oh, two win twice.
They won legs 6 and 9, and then went home on 10.
both Matt Redman and Tara and Joey had more than two, right? Or
Matt,
Tara and Joey definitely did. Did Matt
Matt and
Redman just
Redmond
have
had
two?
exactly two.
Exactly two. But then they had more consistent higher finishes
Tara
overall,
and Joey
I
won
would say.
two in a row and then won another one. They won like
Yeah.
4, 5, and 8.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Becca and Floyd and Matt and Redmond both won two legs. Matt and Redmond were way more consistent than Becca and Floyd, though. So that's why I have Becca and Floyd here.
Yeah.
Who do you have at two?
Coming in at 2 is where I have Matt and Redmond because I think, like we said, we're up to the S tier now. They had the second best finish of these three. The team I have ahead of them had more wins than them. So, yeah, they land here at second.
I have Tara and Joey at second.
Interesting.
While they did make the finale and while they did have more wins, I think Matt and Redmond were more consistent,
That's fair.
consistently better.
Yeah,
And so I have Matt and Redmond at one, Tara and Joey at two.
that makes sense.
And that's a wrap on season 29 of The Amazing Race here at Pitstop
Well, hold on.
Pals.
Who do you have at 1?
Matt and Redmond, I just
Well, you didn't
said.
ask me.
It was implied that you have Tara and Joey at one.
Well, it's actually Carson and Jack. So, ha!
Nice try.
I was waiting for you to ask me so I could say Carson and Jack, and then you didn't ask me. So, but yeah.
You, you ruined your own joke by now it became forced, Bruce. And
Well, because you didn't give me a chance to do it naturally. I had to shoehorn it in.
but
If you do what I
don't
wanted, then we wouldn't have this problem.
if we all did what you wanted, Bruce, this world would be in anarchy.
Not complete anarchy. I'd be in charge. That's some form of government.
No,
Is when there's no government.
I think that anarchy would be a better end result.
Fair enough. This was a fun season, though.
It was a great season, and you can tune in next week where we will be reviewing the cast of the new season of Amazing Race 38 that will be kicking off uh, just days after we talk about them.
Yeah, maybe they'll actually give us something to go off of with the cast release this time instead of just pictures and jobs.
I doubt it. Is there
I
not
do
already
too,
a
but it'd be helpful.
cast release? Is there not already a cast release?
I don't know. They did it like week of last time.
I think they've already done it.
I just know the last cast release gave us like nothing to work with, because all it was just pictures and jobs and hometowns. It wasn't like the Survivor one where it's a whole questionnaire.
Yeah, it's still not.
I figure.
Sorry.
Oh, I was expecting it. I was just hoping I was wrong. It makes our job easier.
But at least with these ones, I'm familiar with most of the racers.
Yeah, that's true.
At least one half of the pair.
Yeah.
So it might be a huge disadvantage for you, but I'll be fine.
I know one more now because a couple weeks ago on the current Big Brother, they brought that Angela person back to host a challenge.
That does not mean you know her.
I know her well enough to know she crashed out over people eating a charcuterie board while she was just laying on the floor. And like, yes, it's annoying, but get up and go eat some. Why are
No,
you
no, 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 no.
complaining?
No, because if you knew what happened, you would not be saying what you just said.
I'm going off of the clips they showed when she appeared this season.
She was not just laying on the floor.
They showed clips of like her confessionals complaining about it. And then they would
Yeah, you
show
want to
clips of
know?
her like on her own, like laying on the floor in another room.
You want to know why?
Why?
She was a have-not.
Okay.
She can't eat it.
That
The
was
have-nots.
her reward, wasn't it?
It was uh from her HOH, I think. It was either that or it was for her birthday, maybe.
She
She had
calls it
requested
her reward in the
it.
confessionals.
It was not a reward. It was a request from her because you can request things in the Big Brother house.
Either way, I feel like I know enough to know that I won't feel the need to draft her team super high.
Either way, my point was she couldn't have eaten the charcuterie board.
Okay.
Like
Well,
like Big Brother rules would not have allowed her to.
oh, okay. Yes, that's stupid then. I see her point a little bit more. I'm still not a huge fan.
And she's not mad at Big Brother. She's mad that they didn't just wait until she was done being a have-not so they could all enjoy it together.
I don't like that I am agreeing with the other side that I was arguing against a few minutes ago. But it makes sense now.
Yeah.
That's just kind of on production for having weird rules.
I mean, have-nots can only eat slop.
Is that always a thing? They haven't said that this season. They just have the weird beds.
Yeah, it's part of the thing. They eat slop and they sleep in the uncomfortable beds and they take cold showers.
The beds this season are awful. The ones that like look like crime scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. Oh well. Okay,
They definitely
we're
talked
going.
about the slop. They definitely
Yeah,
talked about the slop
I don't
once.
remember.
Anyway, go ahead and since we're talking about all this BB stuff, go ahead and check out Big Brother or BB Brains, our new Big Brother show here at the Reality Realm Network, hosted by our friend Kyle Dorr. You can also check out Tribal Council Chat, where they just dropped their cast analysis for season 49 after the draft, so that I couldn't take all their insights and um, help my help me decide who I needed to rob them from. Um, Check out New Generation Challenge podcast. They're plugging right along on season 41. Soon you'll be able to check out, in about a month and a half's time, you'll be able to check out new content from Roundtable Talk as we are planning to cover Traders Canada with Survivor players Omer Zahir and Venus Vafa playing.
Assuming Brett can get a link for us to be able to watch it.
I think you can get that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Also on the season is going to be Dom Gabriel from The Mole and Perfect Match, if you are a Netflix reality fan, as well as winner of BB Canada, Kevin Jacobs. Um, Buy our Redbubble merch. Check out our socials: Facebook, Instagram at Pitstop Pals, Reality Realm Podcast Network on TikTok for our clips, and just keep checking out our content here over at the Pitstop Pals. We love talking about this show. We
Yeah, yeah,
love
yeah.
being able to provide content for you guys, and so we are excited for a new season of that, aren't we, Bruce?
We are.
All of that being said, the world's waiting for you. Good luck.
Travel safe.
Go.